We've made it to the end of the Sefer Bamidbar. Parashat Matot Masei is a long laning, but it brings us back to a theme that we were exposed to right at the very beginning of the Torah. Solitude is not a good thing. We need to work with families, we need communities, and we've seen the journey of how very difficult it is to live with other people. Cain killed Hevel, the world fell apart. We know the narratives in the book of Parashat. And it brings me to a quote that I want to share with you, introducing an idea in this week's Torah portion. And it comes, of course, from Rabbi Sachs. Community plays an important role in the way our lives unfold. And it is the living face of a shared moral order, all of which makes the breakdown of community deeply problematic at both a personal and a societal level. Once we feel that we're really alone and can't call on our neighbors for help, then we are part of a new social poverty, which can be demoralizing and debilitating. Which brings us to a narrative in this week's Torah portion, that of the Ir Miklat, the city of refuge, or the Arei Miklat, the cities of refuge that were available to be places of refuge for those who have killed accidentally. Remember, there are three levels of culpability. There's intentional, mazid. There's shogeg, which is an unintentional, but the individual still is culpable for their actions. And then finally, there's an honest, something beyond anyone's foresight, anyone's responsibility. And we know that they had to go to these cities that they killed accidentally, and who would look after them? The Levium. It seems strange that you would want those who are responsible for our moral and spiritual welfare to be living amongst those who have killed accidentally, b'shogeg, but they're also culpable because they should have been more careful. They're not entirely innocent of their actions. But that is precisely the point. And the Sefer Chinuch writes as follows. The Levium's stature of piety would assist the killer in earning atonement for his negligence. Because of the Levium's great stature, proper conduct and prayers, their land was chosen to host an inadvertent killer. So perhaps their land, which is endowed with sanctity, will provide atonement for him. Interesting. But it goes a bit further than that. The Yalkut Yehuda says something also really fantastic. The Levium were kind, they were compassionate. The Torah recognized the need to send inadvertent killers to a place where they would be warmly welcomed and treated kindly, despite the crime that they committed. The danger of them defining themselves forevermore as inadvertent killers, of losing the will to live, the ability to live in society, to maybe the desire to become a hermit, to exclude themselves, would have been absolutely disastrous. Yes, it wasn't mazed, it wasn't intentional, there is a level of culpability, but these people can be and must be rehabilitated. The Levium, as religious leaders, exemplified the quality of sensitivity and compassion, and perhaps this was at the root of why accident happened and someone was killed because of their behavior. Societies need compassion. Societies need sensitivity, even towards those who have done things wrong accidentally. And therefore, the territory of the Levium was the natural place. As we move into the final book of the Torah, let's not forget the first book where we started, the need for societies and individuals to function in a healthy way. The end of the fourth book reminds us how important it is when things go wrong. We need those in society who are capable of compassion, capable of sensitivity, to stand up. We don't know today who are the Levium, so the charge is, if you feel you've got the spirit of the Levium and you are a sensitive and compassionate person, then be there to support those who have fallen, to rebuild them and to fix our society. Shabbat Shalom.